Hello, it's Andy Graham of Hobo Traveler. I'm going to make a video. I think I'm going to call it, this is not a game, this is real travel. In this bag is a computer and a ring. The ring is probably worth $1,000. The computer is probably worth $300 or $400, $300, say $300. Okay, so what I have is about at least $1,500 in this bag. I wanted to go to a Thailand island, and I didn't really want to carry this bag because the more things I carry, the riskier it is I lose everything, right? I haven't ever been robbed of my whole backpack, but one day it'll happen. I've been traveling for 14 perpetual years, lived on the road for almost 14. In March it'll be 15. So what I did is I went to the Southwest Smile and I wanted to store this. Now, this looks like just what it is. It's a coffee bag from Guatemala, okay? And contrary to what you think, this is real travel. This isn't a game. I don't want to have it in a fancy bag. I want to look like it's it. So I'm always hiding in plain sight. Basically, if you're going to choose the, I don't know, you want to call it the high-class hotel, all you do is become a target. I went to one of the cheaper hotels in a place and put this in one of the cheapest things. You know, it's just a storage department. I've used it before, and I did relatively simple stuff. I try to buy these locks in countries that are not the same country. This is a lock maybe I bought in South America, because basically they know how to pick locks in the same country. I don't make it look big, I make it look small because I want it to appear to be nothing. Okay. Now what I did, which was this is a series of square knots on top of each other. And I wove the chain in there. Basically, what I did here is I tied this chain together so that the chain, it'd be really almost impossible to untie and retie this anything close to the same. You have to really be studying it to do it. I tried to come up with a pattern, but I tried to not have a pattern. And then I put square knot upon square knot. If you know a square knot, then you can tie it so that every single layer of the square knot. This is a kind of a horrible rope in a way because it is harder to untie. I was going to get I have a bunch of different pieces of rope here. I have 2 or 3 different pieces here, and I rolled over the thing. But what you see here is I took this dog chain. This dog chain is only $2, right? But really, everybody can see that obviously it doesn't take, I could take this thing and cut right in here and I'd be in here in seconds, right? That's not the point. The point is that you're not, what you're trying to do is appear that you just have a bag full of junk. But I don't have a bag full of junk, right? I have a bag with a computer inside and a ring. So I'm opening it up. I mean, if it's not there, it's not there, right? But if you're looking at this thing right now, you can see that this is a very series of convoluted knots that I've done here. This is taken, I used I think 2 pieces of rope. Yeah, here's one, so I took one off. And then I've wrapped the chain up in there into the knots 2 or 3 times. Now, why am I saying this isn't a game? This is real. I could get robbed for $1,500. I could have $10,000 in here. I'd do the same thing if I was having $10,000. What the last thing you do is, might does not make right when you're doing security. Really, you're always trying to make it, the only way to stay safe is to not be the target. Okay, that's why I say this is not a game. I really travel, and it would hurt me to lose all this money here. I don't want to lose the money. So what I've done is I've wrapped this chain up, tied a knot, wrapped the chain, tied a knot, wrapped the chain, tied a knot, and created a thing. Now, I put it into a bag. Obviously, this doesn't look like $1 million bag. Obviously, if you're going to rob somebody, you want to rob somebody that is ostentatious, shows you a big bag, looks obviously, has this Rolex on and all this crazy stuff, right? Okay, so inside the bag is my computer still there. I had an extra computer, so I'm taking it to Africa. I wrapped it up in some clothing. Yes, computer's still there. I also had 4 hard drives inside this, what do you call it? It's a cooker. Here's my cord. And yes, here's the ring inside the thing. Real cheap looking holder, right? Okay, bottom line, this is real travel. This is not a game. The secret to staying safe is to not become a target. The way you become a target is you walk around with your camera on your back. You put things in a big heavy-duty safe that looks like it has something in it of value. I often will put and lock stuff up in a cabinet, then hide my money somewhere else, because obviously anything under lock and key. Now I had to make this inside the Saba Steve, I think it's Welcome Hotel here on Khalsan Road. I put it in there, put it clear in the back, made it look like a pile of trash. Okay, tied it up. A guy asked me, what is that? I said, it's just some extra junk. Okay, now this is real travel. It's not a game. Thank you. Andy Graham, Hobo Traveler.